We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Eli Manning and this fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Manning on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Manning. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Touchdown, Giants! Corey Coleman, 39 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Right up. Jumbo!
On play action, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 66 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. New York Giants getting the football back here. 2018 for the Giants, unfortunately, a lot like 2017. The switch of coaches, but Pat Shurmur, he hasn't had much more success than his predecessor.
And don't understand their inability to score points. Because when you're talking about Saquon Barkley at running back, Odell Beckham Jr., Sterling Shepard wide receivers, Evan Ingram tight end, Eli Manning quarterback, there should be a lot more points on the board. Now, they have struggled in the offensive line. That's been a little bit of a turnstile for them. But the other question that people always come back to, is there going to be a change at the quarterback position? I don't know how the Giants can do it. Eli Manning is their best bet to try and win football games. The rookie Kyle Lauletta out of Richmond, he's been inactive in every game in the first part of the season.
Now Manning throwing on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He finds Coleman. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To Barkley on the check down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. From midfield, here's Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Green Bay Packers getting the ball back here. But I wanted to ask you to kind of assess 2018 for them because you think back to the midway point. They're under 500. Even some of their wins have been, I don't know if you want to call it a little uninspiring, but what do you make of this season?
Good word, because Chicago had to come back, and that was Aaron Rodgers coming back from injury in that game to win that one on opening night. San Francisco at home on a Monday night game. Everybody thought they'd blow them away, and they really struggled in that one. But the better teams that they've played them very tough, been very competitive, haven't been able to get over the hump against them. Here's the question, though. Are they wasting number 12's best years? Talk about Aaron Rodgers. Do they have the right personnel around him? They drafted 3 rookie receivers this year. waiting for them to make an impact to try and supplant or supplement the guys they already have. They need those guys to get going and in a hurry.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
319.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Zoom.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hey, check 26. Yeah,
They go play action here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They get it to him running left, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So first and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The give is to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Graham's got it, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. A give to Jones. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was just... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Manning now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. first play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Mike Daniels in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 73 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
He'll have another first down and more. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On play action, it's Manning. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Gun, 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 gun.
Now Manning. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a third down. To throw is Manning. And Ingram holds it in. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Manning now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw, Manning. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. Manning to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Trevor Davis now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's got room. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. Corey Coleman. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Corey Coleman with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss. Another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust.
They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 37. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. And
he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing now is Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Receiver.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Manning able to find OBJ there for a Giants first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Detroit Lions trotting out on the field again, and the first year under Matt Patricia maybe hasn't gone how they had hoped. They're going to need a big second half of the season to get back into playoff contention, but the running game has been better.
It certainly has because, remember, they drafted Kerryon Johnson out of Auburn.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Manning now on first down. Pass incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Barkley. He's to the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 23-yard run. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw on second down is Stafford. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the...
Now Stafford. A deep ball for Ellington. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go with Johnson. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. One final try now for Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Stafford. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
But that kind of loss of yards, that is usually an error by the guy carrying the ball. At the 1-yard line, you can't get too fancy there. You just got to try and plow forward and get what you can.
That's just a disaster. You go back to the 6 after you were at the 1. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Come on.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Prater for the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Play action. Manning. And this one's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 2nd down. On that incompletion, I'm just glancing down at the Week 11 slate. Pretty big game in Seattle, Green Bay at the Seahawks. 2 teams, of course, that met in the NFC title game a few years back.
Yeah, and at this point of the year, both teams have not had the success that they've wanted, but they're both led by elite quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, Russell Wilson in Seattle. No doubt about it. This has to be a must-win game for both of these squads.
Yeah, and both of those quarterbacks know that. They're going to have their teams fired up and ready to go. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jarrett Davis in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Working from the gun, Manning. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Stafford. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
3 down. 21. Double right.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game.
And that's caught inside the 30. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 42 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense, and you and I both know.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, It changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. To the right and complete to Galladay. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
A gain of 32 that time. Stafford on first down. Being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go. Double, 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 set.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Stafford. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage.
Yeah, on 4th and inches, you've got to be quick with your decision-making when you're running the football. You've got to find the hole and go. And he does a nice job here picking up the first down with a few yards to spare.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Prater on to add the extra point. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they haven't earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
Manning gonna throw here. He dumps it off to Barkley. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. That first down completion only netted him. And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Zebra.
Manning to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Manning. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 43 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They run again on 1st down. Cook had a nice broken tackle and then brought down right around the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. They'll run with Cook. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll run for it with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. Second and 10. Manning again here on second and 10. To Barkley on the check down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a third and long. On third and long, it's Manning. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison. And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New York Giants. The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Manning now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a play fake. Manning. They'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he rifles one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Manning. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Giant rush gets home as down he goes. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down. To throw is Newton. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Do some.
Here we go on fourth. Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Manning to throw on 2nd down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. It's Shepard. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
K1 short. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
He'll get it up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady roll wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Carolina takes the field again here, and, you know, I was thinking earlier in this game back to Super Bowl 50, that Carolina team that went 15-1, how great that squad was. I don't know that this year's version is as good as that, but they're starting to play more like that team, aren't they?
They certainly are, and then they've got an added element. I think they're a little more explosive at more positions than that team that was 15-1. What I mean by that is Christian McCaffrey can run it inside, but you get him out into open space and catching the ball, that gives you a whole different element than what they had before. Curtis Samuel starting to come along. The rookie DJ Moore at wide receiver. Devin Funchess and his ability to play over the rim and go over top of people and catch the football. And Cam continues to be Cam and will run the football, especially in short yardage situations. So I think this team is really coming together, and don't ever underestimate their defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
20.
They will go for it. Now Newton. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
So after the INT, it's Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Manning. He's going to... From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the New York Giants. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from Cincinnati. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Receiver.
Throwing is Manning on third down. He finds Coleman. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. They go play action here on first down. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontaze Burfict in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Throwing on third and long. Manning looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. It's second down. Dalton looking. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complimentary football all the time.
And his first carry, he loses the football. When the Giants have it, it's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Manning will try again on second down. Flush to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Vontaze Burfict in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
So in one play, you've lost an amount of yardage that our stat guy is still totaling up. Now there are mess-ups, and there are mess-ups. I think this falls in the latter category.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Receiver.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Cincinnati Bengals offense taking the field again. And if you look at what they've done this year on the whole, would you say that they are a contender or a pretender as we hit the quote-unquote home stretch of the regular season?
Their schedule says pretender, but when you watch them play at their best, you think contender. They have to beat someone of that ilk. You know, in their division, can they beat Pittsburgh the next time they play them to announce to the world that, hey, they mean business? They beat Baltimore early in the season when we thought Baltimore truly was.
That's caught at the 25. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. New York set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, switching gears for a second, let's look ahead to some of the big games of Week 11. And I think the biggest one is occurring south of the border, no doubt. How about the Kansas City Chiefs and the L.A. Rams playing in Mexico City?
Yeah, neither team unbeaten as they go into it, but still one of the biggest games of the year in the NFL. Remember when they shared a state, the state of Missouri, they used to play for the Governor's Cup. Now they're going to play in Mexico City, and all the eyes of the NFL will be on this one. First team to finish.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there, Manning to Shepard. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Into the red zone now. Manning. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Barkley will try to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I want to switch gears, Charles, and get your favorite play of the year so far. Look, I know we don't have a Minnesota miracle like we saw at the end of last season, but what's been the one that's caught your attention the most?
Well, wouldn't Linval Joseph picking up a fumble against Philadelphia and bringing it all the way back count as a Minnesota miracle?
That was the earth shaker.
That's a lot of man carrying the football, and he got all the way to the end zone. Oxygen. Oxygen. What a great play there. How about Graham Gano finishing off the New York Giants with a 63-yard field goal at the buzzer for Carolina? That was spectacular. I thought the triple reverse by Carolina against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was something that Curtis Samuel, how far did he run? 160 yards or so in order to make that play work? Ends up as a touchdown. And just because we have to say Patrick Mahomes, it's a left-handed pass he threw earlier this year.
Oh, yeah, against Denver. And that's just kind of a microcosm of the season that he's had. He's been so magical to watch.
Just had to say Patrick Mahomes had to get something in for him because exactly what you said.
Open man is Uzama. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First and 10 for Dalton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Here you go, 368.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Manning now on first down, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Manning to throw on second down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Manning going to try and throw on third down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. Alex Erickson deep for Cincinnati. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Andy Dalton now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Dalton here from the gun. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now out come the Giants. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. There's a nice move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made to fit. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Passing, it's Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is brought in at the 21. And spins away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Manning. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there, Manning to Shepard, 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
To throw, it's Manning. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw on 3rd down, Manning. He finds back incomplete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
You know as well as I do, it's really important to get Odell Beckham Jr. involved early, and that's the first time that Eli Manning was able to find him.
And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29.
Europe.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Manning now on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he can get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 3rd down, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Saquon Barkley deep to return. This is taken at the 15. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Giants ready to come out now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Manning on the move to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Benny Logan able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. On play action, it's Manning. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Football turned back over to Tennessee's offense. And if you look at this season on the whole, they really, I guess, haven't gotten the kind of production they'd hoped for from Mariota, Derrick Henry. I know you've been a big Mariota guy, Charles. How do you assess how he's played through the first half plus of the season?
Not up to his potential. Not up to what you would expect from the number 2 pick in his draft class. He and Jameis Winston tied at the hip that way. Winston, the number 1 guy. They don't ring the bell often enough throwing the football. And he's been playing in a run-based system for a while now. You would think their ability to throw the ball would be much improved. Has not been that way. Now, they did lose their leading receiver over the last 4 years, Delaney Walker, in week 1. He was their tight end. But they just had trouble scoring. Only topped 21 points once in the first half of the season.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Mariota over the middle to Smith. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 32 yards. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Mariota to throw it. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Zebra.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. To Barkley on the check down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Hey, gun. That's it. Blue 88.
From the gun, it's Manning. And it is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Corey Coleman from 6 yards away. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A first down throw for Mariota. Dancing to his left. Smith catches left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 1.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Mariota steps away to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you...
The ball comes out, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota, eluding the pressure right.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. first down. Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, oftentimes when we get a chance to talk league-wide, we go offensive. We don't get a lot of defensive talk. But let's talk about some young rookies. I know you've told me Darius Leonard of the Colts has really impressed you.
He certainly has. He's impressed the entire league. I mean, at times he approaches 20 tackles a game. Sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone, out of South Carolina State. So you don't think about it, but you should. Derwin James with the Chargers, been as good as advertised at the safety position. Jair Alexander, the corner from Green Bay, missed a couple of games early in the season, but he got the attention of the New England Patriots brass before they played. They were really impressed with him. But Bradley Chubb is doing exactly what we thought he would do, chasing down quarterbacks. And Dante Action Jackson out of LSU with Carolina really knows how to ball hawk and take the ball out of the air and take it the other way.
Well, you were ready for that. That's a good list of defensive rookies right there. Mariota from the gun on third down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. To the air again. Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And that is incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Mariota again. He'll buy some time right. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Second down, Mariota. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Olivier Vernon in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Third and goal, Mariota. And pressure gets to him again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And Succop will put this one right through, and that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On play action, now Manning. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Derek Morgan able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's Jackson. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that's caught by Smith. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Rolling to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This is Lewis. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throw Yoda. Stocker. Oh, no, he lost the football. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run. This is Lewis. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 20. Make it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Fitzpatrick. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. With it is Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll try to throw now. Prescott forced out to his left. It's complete to Gordon Tate. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action here on 1st down. Right side caught by Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott being chased out left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner often.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Deshaun Jackson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Fitzpatrick. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On third down, that's Conner. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and goal for Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This is Gordon on the dump off. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it?
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And another tackle broken. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down throw for Prescott. Fighting to stay upright. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 24. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
To throw is Bortles. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Throw that. 372.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. unable to find anyone open.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Here's Austin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas getting the ball again here on offense, and the Cowboys haven't been able to build a ton of momentum if you look at their 2018 season as a whole, Charles. In fact, the first 7 weeks before the bye earlier in the year, it was kind of like flipping a coin. It was loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So I don't know what you make of this team.
You would actually expect that coin to come up heads 2 times in a row or tails 2 times in a row, wouldn't you? I think that we'll see the second half belong to Ezekiel Elliott because the move to get Amari Cooper out wide should open things up a little bit more, and he's such an impact player, and that's how they've played best. Him leading, running the football, and establishing the line of scrimmage. But also working in their favor, there's absolutely no one running away with the NFC East.
Yeah, Redskins and Eagles, they're in the mix, obviously, at the top, but you're right, just above 500. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now Prescott, flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Miles Jack into dropping behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard. They'll give it to him up the middle, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And the first play will be a field goal try. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Dumps it off to Fournette. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That's to his running back, complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. They do go for it. It's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second down, Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jacksonville, Charles, is a team that you and I have talked about a lot this year because there was all that anticipation coming into the season on the heels of 20. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here in this third quarter, they're down game. What's the tonality of a coach's this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
372.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
372. 372.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Lucy.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First down, a run with Hyde. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Bortles now to throw. Flushed out right. Connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets it down to the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. Goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Sunday. 3 to 10.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Spread right, snap.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. To return it is Corey Grant. Man, a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir. Right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back to throw. And get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Back to throw. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
He'll look to throw. Escaping the penny. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down.